Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the stunningly aggressive 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser concept. We're going to take a really close look at this futuristic render to uncover the reality beneath all that rugged luxury. If you've been wondering exactly what Toyota's next flagship move is going to look like, you are in the perfect place.
So here's the million-dollar question we have to ask ourselves when looking at this concept. Does this vehicle truly balance off-road prestige with everyday practicality? I mean, can you actually conquer mountain trails on Saturday and then comfortably tackle the school run on Monday? Okay, let's dive into this and find out.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by checking out its bold new look. Step inside the luxury cabin, pop the hood to look at power and performance, compare its off-road chops versus city driving, and finally, deliver our verdict.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, a bold new look.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is that it's an absolute head-turner. It's mashing up that classic Land Cruiser toughness with some serious full-size American SUV aggression. But honestly, it's pretty polarizing. On the plus side, you're getting a super commanding presence on the road. Those rugged LED lights look totally premium, and that practical backseat shape, that's going to genuinely improve your outward visibility. But we gotta talk about the downsides. That massive front grille might feel way too oversized for traditional Toyota purists. Plus, this ultra-aggressive styling tends to age pretty fast. Add in the reduced aerodynamic efficiency from that brick-like shape, and the fact that trying to park this massive beast in the city is going to feel like docking a cruise ship, well, you start to see the real-world compromises. Moving right along to Section 2, inside the luxury cabin. So the outside screams tough, but the inside, that's where you actually live. And based on the direction of modern luxury off-roaders, Toyota is clearly sparing no expense here. Picture this, sinking into ultra-premium leather seats, mapping your route on massive infotainment screens, all while staring down a sleek digital instrument cluster. You're fully backed by advanced driver assistance systems. And yes, we're expecting that highly sought-after three-row seating option, aiming squarely at making this a top-tier family touring rig.
But let's balance that dream with reality for a second. The perks are fantastic. You've got incredible long-distance comfort, genuine luxury refinement, and hey, it's wearing a Toyota badge, so that resale value is going to be rock solid. However, if you've got a big crew, keep in mind that promised third row is likely going to be a bit tighter than its longer wheelbase rivals. Also, relying heavily on complex digital controls, that can get super frustrating when you're bouncing around on an off-road trail and just want a tactile physical button. Oh, and stepping up to those ultra-luxurious trims will definitely remind your wallet that premium comfort is not cheap. Let's move on and see how this builds in Section 3, power and performance.
All that heavy luxury needs some serious muscle. Under the hood, Toyota is expected to pack in their latest tech. We're talking turbocharged hybrid powertrains alongside some seriously powerful V6 engine options. To empower its legendary capability, all of this grunt is routed through highly advanced four-wheel drive systems, hooked up to multi-terrain drive modes that adapt to literally any surface you throw at it. But this setup gives us a really fascinating trade-off. The pros are exactly what you'd want. Legendary off-road capability, a rock-solid reliable drivetrain, the added efficiency of modern hybrid systems, and some really strong towing capacity. But on the flip side, we have to face facts. Complex hybrid tech can mean pricey repairs down the road. Plus, even with a hybrid, the sheer weight of this fortress is going to severely limit your miles per gallon. And remember, this is a massive SUV, not a sports car, so if you enjoy carving up canyon roads, you'll definitely want to look elsewhere.
All right, jumping into Section 4, off-road versus city driving.
You really can't look at this concept without acknowledging the sheer weight of the Land Cruiser legacy. This isn't just a car model, it's a globally respected nameplate. It literally stands for unyielding durability, massive ground clearance, and elite adventure performance. Whether you're tackling rough mountain passes, deep desert sand, or heavy snow, this thing is built to conquer it. That historical weight is exactly what you're buying into.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate dilemma of buying a modern luxury SUV. Off-road, you are absolute royalty. You've got the high clearance, that rugged body-on-frame durability, and total mastery over the mountains and deserts. But in the city, all those superpowers kind of turn into liabilities. You're dealing with reduced maneuverability on tight streets, driving around with capabilities you almost never use, and paying for expensive, heavy-duty maintenance for hardware that's just crawling through traffic. Now, to keep you from accidentally crushing things with that massive footprint, Toyota is loading this up with tech. Alongside the expected adaptive cruise control, lane assist, and emergency braking systems, what's really going to save you are the 360-degree and specialized off-road cameras. Honestly, they're just as crucial for dodging jagged rocks on a trail as they are for dodging rogue shopping carts at the grocery store.
When we weigh the tech, the picture gets pretty clear. On the merit side, you're getting Toyota's famously strong safety reputation and some genuinely useful modern assistance features. But we gotta be completely impartial here. Historically, Toyota's infotainment can lag a bit behind the slick interfaces you'd find in their German luxury rivals. And, just like with the hybrid drivetrain, if these highly advanced electronics break outside of warranty, you're looking at some pretty costly repairs.
Which brings us to Section 5, the final verdict.
So the crucial point is figuring out if this aggressive machine actually makes logical sense for your driveway. You absolutely should buy this if you specifically need off-road luxury, you deeply value that bulletproof Toyota reliability, you want an epic family adventure rig, and you frequently hit the rough roads. But you probably shouldn't buy this if your life is mostly driving in crowded cities, you want really fast acceleration, you prioritize excellent fuel economy above all else, or you're on a strict budget. It's a highly specialized tool, and you just have to make sure it fits your life.
Let's quickly walk through our expected scorecard here. Design gets a stellar 9.0 for that commanding presence. Off-road capability is the clear winner at an incredible 9.5 out of 10. Luxury feel hits a very respectable 8.5, while practicality drops a bit to 7.5 just because of its sheer size. Fuel economy comes in at the bottom with a 6.5 because, let's face it, moving a heavy box takes serious energy. But overall value for money sits at a strong 8.0, largely thanks to that legendary Toyota dependability.
Which leaves us with one final provocative question. This 2026 concept is an absolute beast of premium capability, but are the prestige and the incredible off-road mastery truly worth the practical trade-offs for your everyday lifestyle? Just take a second to think about your daily commute, your weekend adventures, and your parking garage. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this explainer, and keep exploring those horizons.